everybody, and welcome back to Thanks, It's Vintage with your hosts, Andrew
and Lydia.
We are back at Kenmore Square, Vino Divino, right by Fenway Park, for part 2 of the Wine Club for August 2026.
Excited for these.
I am very excited as well. So now we've done the 2 whites. We're going to go into the 2 reds. Yes. You ready to dive in?
Ready to dive.
All right, here we go. All right, so wine number 3 is the Fortitudo from Fabulas Cerasuolo di
Fortitudo.
This is in the appellation of Montepulciano. This is the grape. Appellation of Abruzzo. Oh my gosh, can't believe I did that. Because it's Montepulciano di Abruzzo. But this is the appellation of Abruzzo, and Montepulciano is the grape here. This is super fun, super delicious.
This is a really fun wine. So Cerasuolo is a dark rosé or a light red, depending on how you think about it and depending on what the winemaker does. This one's more a rosé.
Yes.
It's on the rosé end of the spectrum. But it is still, I mean, you'll see it when we pour it. It's quite lush. It's quite deep pink or pretty pink. More like a Tavel color than a Provence color, but very gorgeous, kind of pink grapefruity, fleshy color. And Montepulciano, I'm doing it too now. Cerasuolo di Abruzzo is generally there are 2. Maybe I'm actually forgetting one, but there are 2 types of Cerasuolo: Cerasuolo di Abruzzo and Cerasuolo di Vittoria, which is from Sicily. The Abruzzo is obviously from Abruzzo, the region.
Yeah.
Generally, it's fair to say, I think I can generalize here. I'm sure some Italians will yell at me, but generally the Abruzzo Cerasuolo tends to be lighter and tends to be fruitier, with a bit of like kind of candy quality in a good way.
Yes.
In a good way. I will specify that. Cerasuolo di Vittoria can be quite serious and quite dark and like basically a red wine. I'm sure lighter versions exist, but the ones I've had have mainly been very much on the red wine
side
of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So Cerasuolo di Abruzzo is, I mean, you can see now it's deepened even further after the bubbles settled from the caravan. It's very pretty and very in between.
Yeah.
Like we're in between a rosé and a red.
It looks like a very dark rosé.
Yeah.
Like very dark. But this is the cool thing about this. I was really excited to like find this and put this in and introduce this style to everybody. I think Cerasuolo di Abruzzo, there's a couple of them I've had before. This producer is new to me, but I was really excited to share this with everyone. When I tasted it, I was like, this is perfect. And I think it's just a fun style of wine. First,
love Cerasuolo. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter where it comes from. I just love it.
Note that this is winemaker Nico Giavallini is the winemaker. So very small production. His wines are really beautiful.
Biodynamic estate.
Yep, biodynamic estate. That's the cool thing. We're really taking care of the land here. And you had mentioned it before, but this is one of my favorite things about Cerasuolo di Abruzzo is the candy note.
It's so fun.
Like there's a red candy note on the nose.
Wine for me. I don't know. This in any kind of social context, I just love drinking.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah. It's delicious. It's not candy at all on the palate.
But it's light. You're right.
Light, but it's got all the berries.
And it's really like a very light red, honestly. Yeah. On the palate. Yeah. So like I think visually it looks like a dark rosé. On the palate it feels like a super, super light red. And the tannins are very soft and very low, which I think is also nice. It's a refreshing wine.
It really
is. It's so easy to drink.
And we should also mention that Montepulciano is both a grape and a place.
Yes.
Abruzzo has a lot of Montepulciano plantings, and Cerasuolo d'Abruzzo is Montepulciano the grape.
Yep.
But there is also a village called Montepulciano, which I've been to and is absolutely stunning, in Tuscany, which grows Sangiovese. So it's a bit confusing. So when you go in asking for a Montepulciano, specify place or grape.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this is so lovely. Like super refreshing on the palate, very easy drinking. Put a chill to this. This is a red that deserves a chill.
Yeah.
Ours, I did have a chill, but by the time we opened this bottle here, I think it's lost a good deal of it. But it's also not at room temp. This is still very nice where it is right now.
Yeah, and it can handle quite a bit of chill as well. Even Cerasuolo di Vittorio can handle a lot of chill. So it really, you can go too far and just let it warm up a bit, really. You can fully chill it and then just let it sit for half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, these wines are so lovely, so delicious, so fun. Like, honestly, just super, super fun.
Yeah.
One of the things I did say for a pairing with this is one of those wines that's really good with very light dishes. So I would say, yeah, you can pair it with pizza, but it needs to be a lighter style of pizza.
Not meaty.
Not meaty, not super red saucy. Wood-fired margarita pizza.
Yum.
That would be perfect with this.
I'm so hungry now.
I know, right?
It's terrible.
But like, this is like one of those styles of wine that I think everybody should have in their glass at least once.
Yeah.
Like, you would be surprised how much you might like it based on the color of it. Because I think it's the color of it that really scares most people away. It's that whole like dark rosé thing, right? Where it's like,
Or it's just access.
Or it's just access.
Not many people sell Cerasuolo.
No.
Because it's not very known, at least in America.
right.
But it's a bit of a hand sell still.
Yeah.
But once people are onto it, they tend to love it.
Also, that cherry note, there is a cherry note there, but like that candied note as well that's on the nose, just have to reiterate to everybody.
It's actually fading.
I know. I'm getting more like cherry now,
Yeah.
right? More fruit. But when you get that candy note on the nose, don't let it fool you. These are not sweet wines. This is dry. This is bone dry. But it is just giving you what the grape wants to give from this process, which is a more candied nose kind of nature to it.
Yeah. I'm now getting the spice from the Montepulciano. That's fun.
And that doesn't translate on the palate. So the candy tone does not translate on the palate. You get more of just the fruit. You're right. I am getting more of that spice too now on the nose. It's gorgeous.
It's lovely. And it's
gorgeous little wine.
Really, really fresh on the palate. There's a real crispness of acidity. And it's like berry acidity. And it's quite biting and fresh.
Yeah. This is another
pretty
summer sipper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a wine you can have on its own. That's why I love also Cerasuolo d'Abruzzo is because it is that easy drinking that it can just be consumed by itself.
Honestly, it's the perfect party wine.
It is.
It really is. It pleases everyone. It doesn't stick out in any particular way, but it's juicy enough and has complexity enough to keep people interested.
Right.
But you don't necessarily need food.
Yeah.
Chatting wine.
It is a good chatting wine. I did say that a Tavel rosé drinker would like this. However,
definitely.
Unlike a Tavel, this won't have as grippy of tannins to it. So that is something just to keep in mind.
Yeah.
But
also Demeter certified.
Yep. So this is very much biodynamic. Yeah.
Demeter is one of the many certifications. It's pretty respected, but it isn't cheap to get. And so a lot of biodynamic operations don't bother, I think.
Right.
But it definitely gives you a level of credibility if you have it.
Yeah. I will also say that, this is, one of those wines that showcases that you can do biodynamic and still not have a wine taste like kombucha.
Yeah.
Which I think is one of the things about biodynamic that has turned a lot of people or confused a lot of people is they're trying to find wines that are well made like this, but they don't want it to taste like they're licking a shoe. Being honest here, right?
Enough.
It's just, they don't want it to be something it's not, you know? Don't mistake well-made wine for not tasting like wine. Like don't mistake the two things. Like don't conflate them is what I should say. Well-made wine
end of the day,
should taste like wine, but just be made well.
Yeah. At the end of the day, everything's a label, and it really comes down to the winemaker.
Right.
If they're biodynamic, that's great for the environment. That's great for the land. But are they a good winemaker?
Good question. Well, this one is. Nico is doing it, and
Day. Also very much so.
Very, very delicious here. All right, are we ready for wine number 4?
I'm excited about 4.
I'm excited about 4 too.
I've not tried 4. I tried 1 and 3.
Well, here we go.
Yes, I love Pais.
All right, so wine number 4, we have Lomas de Llahuen, Gustavo Riffo Pipeño, from Chile.
Itata Valley.
The Itata Valley. So this is 100% Pais.
I love this grape.
This is a grape native to South America.
It has a bit of a complex history, this grape, because it got confused with other grapes for a long time.
It did.
The mission grape.
Yes.
They thought they were the same thing, and
it's not the same thing. Yes. So this is a really great wine. It's actually made by Gustavo Riffo. He is the winemaker. He's a 3rd-generation winemaker in Chile, in the Itata Valley. This is made in a more natural style, but I remember, of course, from tasting it that I was like, well, it's got a tinge of that natural style to it, but it's not quite there. It still tastes like what I want from Pais. But I'm going to get this open for us so we can actually taste this together. This is also a liter bottle, which is super fun.
Yeah. Great value. Oh, pretty color. So Pais, very thin-skinned grape, doesn't produce a lot of color. So this, I'll show you in a second.
That went further than I wanted it to.
That is fine.
It was like really pouring out here.
I don't know if you can see this color. It is so pretty. It's a raspberry red and very see-through. So Pais was actually the sacramental wine in South America for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it didn't get taken seriously as a grape. Sorry, that's a bad way of saying that. It was only used for sacramental purposes for a long time.
I think what you're trying to say is it wasn't taken seriously as a wine outside of church service.
So it really it's gotten its heyday in the past. I'm going to stretch it and say 100 years, but I think more like 40 really is when people started, like winemakers started really seeing what it could do. And yeah, it's always, I've never had one I didn't like. They're all really interesting.
Yeah.
And they have very interesting, weird notes to them. Like there's often smoke and spice, a lot of spice for a light red.
The other thing to note here, by the way,
spicy.
is that this wine is a traditional. I put down, this is my notes, right? I put down that this is a traditional party-friendly liter crafted from 200-year-old dry farmed Pais vines.
200 years. Wow.
Some of the vines in that vineyard are old.
Okay. I mean, that's really the edge of an old vine. It's not going to go much further.
No, but it shows you how they're taking care of the vineyards that they're working with, and that they are truly prizing those old vines, which for anyone who is unfamiliar, although we have talked about it before, so this might be a refresher, old vines the older the vine, the less fruit it produces, the higher the concentration is of the aromas and flavors that comes from that fruit. So we are getting complexity. So this wine is really cool because they are blending old vines with younger vines that are going to be more plentiful in their fruit, right? Or maybe they have to more control that and they're going to give less complexity. You know, younger vines, the fruit is less complex. It's going to be more abundant. And that's just really nice to see that they're working with those two and pulling together, and that they prize those old vines, which is great.
They've seen a lot of history.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people do. I always cry when someone doesn't, you know, and they prioritize not taking care of vines all the way through to the end of their life, but ripping them up at a certain point when they still have life to give. Because the wines that come from old vines tend to be some of the most astounding that are out there, and that's because you get flavors and aromas you just don't otherwise get without time, and you can't make time. You just have to go with the flow of time. So I like that they're doing that. I like that they are stewarding these vines.
This nose is fascinating. I'm actually getting quite a bit of mint in here.
Yeah,
which I don't know is that a pace. Is that a common pace?
The funny thing about Pais is it's one of those grape varietals that I also have limited experience with. I've had a number of wines, but I've never done a deep dive into the grape itself. That's why I was excited to add it to the club here.
I once had a Pedro Para Pais on our shelf, and it was wild. Speaking of candy, like that was...
I've had that wine.
Yeah.
Those wines are crazy. This, though, just to make sure we talk about this real quick here, this is a wine that I think would be really good for anybody who likes Frappato from Sicily.
Yes.
It has a lot of similarities in terms of like its mouthfeel and the style of red wine that you're getting from this, right? And the body. The other thing is this is a great barbecue, like grilled food wine. This does really well with grilled foods and barbecue. So I put down grilled pork skewers would be really, really good with this.
That would be perfect. Yeah, you wouldn't think that such a light red would hold up, but it has such spice to it. No matter what you do, the spice changes, but it holds up because it's quite potent. And the old vines are obviously helping with that.
It's lovely. The acid, by the way, it's there and it's vibrant, but it's so beautifully integrated with the tannin. And the tannin is like medium tannin. It's not heavy, right? But it's one of those wines where it's like, wow, these two pieces are so in sync with each other, right? Like everything is so in line. They're just like weaving together like a well-made wool blanket, right? Like,
and I've still got flavor going.
Oh, it lasts. Wow. It goes. I also, and just to bring it back up, love that this is a liter because it's like so much value. Yeah. It's like anybody who's in the wine club, you got extra wine this month because normally it's just 750 milliliter bottles. So, but yeah, this is beautiful.
It's really nice. Yeah.
A grape that is also not on shelves everywhere. But if more people were introduced to this, I think there would be a lot more, many more people like loving it and having fun with it. Well, I
think when Chile had its moment in America, I think the attention really focused on Chile about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And since then, that we've moved on to another fascination, I think, which is obviously the way that retail wine goes. But Chile is producing, Chile and Argentina, the stuff that I have had lately, ridiculous quality for the price point.
Right.
I mean, we all know that you can get affordable wine from these two countries, but the quality doesn't seem to be stopping. Like they just keep on getting better.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is great. And like a really affordable bottle, designed to be that way. It's not meant to be super fancy wine.
No, it's not meant to be fancy at all.
But it's good.
It's so good. So good. This is the beauty of these kinds of wines, right? Like this is a grape varietal that no one's ever heard of, quote unquote, no one's ever heard of, right? But no one's ever heard of it. No one ever works with it, and it's tucked away in this little corner of the world. And the moment that like it pops out and people experience it, I tend to find there's universal love for those kinds of wines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is maybe one of the reasons it doesn't get as much attention is because it is, quote unquote, easy drinking.
Right.
It's making pleasing wines. But they're really good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's premium versions that just don't hit the American market.
Oh, I mean, actually, I can think of some premium versions that do hit the American market. But for them, premium, this is where it's like dollar for dollar, right?
Yes. It's still
I think one of the
affordable.
greatest issues that we have in the American market is that we see the price points of some of these wines, right? And we automatically assume quality and price point. This has always been an issue with the wine industry, is that we assume because it's more expensive, it is better quality. I've had expensive wines that have not wowed me, that have been like, what is this? Why does it cost this much, right?
Yeah.
Like this makes absolutely
just the
zero
name.
sense,
Yeah.
right?
This is just the name or just the region.
There are some big names that are out there that people know. I can think of some. I can think of some also in famous regions like Champagne. You all know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows that label. I won't say its name, but we all know it, right? It doesn't wow me. It's fine, but not for that price point. Absolutely not. Not when I can get the same price, but far exceed it in quality from another producer, right? It's just you have to find a name that you don't know and something that's probably much smaller and much harder to find. And you have to take a risk, right?
Because smaller production champagne tends to not be as consistent.
No.
It tends to change. And
not in a bad way.
That's interesting for us, obviously.
Right. But
if you're looking for the same flavor profiles every single year, then you're going to go to the big houses.
Exactly. But that's, and I think that's the whole point here is that, we have this problem with price point and quality as an association. Whereas like, this is one of those wines where it's not going to be the price you think it should be, right? If you want a quality wine. But it is a quality wine. It's just that Chile's economy versus the U.S. economy, the price point is not going to match.
Or the international fame.
That too.
A region.
That too. But
they're getting famous.
They are.
They will be expensive one day.
Everyday drinking wines, though, I think are important. I think
incredibly valuable.
I think, everyone should have a table wine, right? Everyone should have that go-to table wine.
Yes.
Just like they have in Italy, in France, in Spain, right? There are table wines in these countries. That's just not a thing in the US. I mean, we don't.
Well, there is. There's bulk.
There is bulk.
We don't have the same concept of table. We've got bulk.
Right.
It's table wine in essence is like the family's wine that they're making for themselves.
Exactly.
And we don't have that culture.
No.
We don't. It's not built into our culture.
I think the closest we could get to it is wines like this, where it's like it's easy drinking, it's accessible, it's affordable, and it's not meant to be anything other than just something light, easy, and you enjoy it, right? It's your table wine. I don't look at bulk US wine as table wine, but I can see the correlation, of like that's our version, right? It just shouldn't be our version because bulk wine here is, if anyone's been following and reading articles about it, there are more problems than you would think with our bulk wine production in terms of what's in the wine. So here, that's not the same. And I think so that when I say everyone should have a table wine, this is it. This is what I'm pointing to. I'm pointing to something like this and saying, find yourself a wine like this.
It's easy drinking. It goes with food.
Yep. It's inexpensive.
It's people-pleasing. It's inexpensive. It doesn't, like I said with Cerasuolo, it's not sticking out in any particular way.
Right.
It's not too acidic. It's not too spicy. It hits it's balanced.
Yeah.
In itself, but can go with food very well.
Right.
So that's what you want from a table wine.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really fun.
Pace.
I'm glad this is as good as I wanted it to be.
Pace, you never disappoint me. What a grape. What a grape.
I love this grape. So yeah, going back to what I said at the beginning about the mission grape that was brought to California
Yes.
from South America. We thought that was País for a long time, and it turns out to be a cousin or, whatever.
Right.
They are very related, but they're not the exact same grape. And País has been doing its thing since the 1600s, really.
Yeah.
Happily chugging along in Chile, doing its thing quietly until the international world started paying attention.
Right. The other thing cool about this grape is this is one of those grapes where there are still a lot of vines growing wild in Chile.
Yeah.
And some producers, and we know who they are, and they are incredible, still work with those wild growing varietals.
And I think Itata is one of the hubs for the wild vines, I think. There's, if I'm remembering correctly. Which one is Itata's really north, right?
I think
it's either really north or it's really south. I get one of the regions in Argentina and one of the regions in Chile mixed up, and one of them is very north and one of them is very south.
Itata, I think, is north.
North Chile.
Who do you think is south? Who do you mix
Rio
up with?
Negro, I think, is the one which is very south in Argentina.
Oh, okay.
And I think they both are. I'm just failing to remember this, but I'm pretty sure they're both like windy and deserty. And so they just kind of connected in my brain, even though they have nothing in common.
Fair.
But yeah, I think it's also quite high altitude. It's the most high altitude region in Chile.
I believe, yes, I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. Yeah.
So, okay, well then I'm remembering correctly. That's good. But yeah, really like good. I think they can get away with a lot of dry farming, which is a hilarious term.
Yeah.
It just means they're not watering.
Exactly. Yeah. So when we say, dry farmed País vines, they're basically not watering the vineyard.
Yeah.
They are forcing those vines to go as deep
Very
as they
deep.
can go
Yeah.
with their roots to find water. And that's a good thing, because the more that they struggle for water, the more complex the grapes get in terms of flavors and aromas they will give in the final wine. So that is really key and important here. So what's cool is we have a really simple wine that isn't actually so simple. It does have some beauty to it that comes from exactly what they're doing in the vineyard, which is cool.
Yeah. Stunning selection, as always.
I know. Isn't that
Very
great?
happy. Yeah.
I love it. I'm excited.
If you want to sign up for next month, there are some fun things on the way.
Yes.
Like we have said in the past, this is an exploratory selection.
Exploratory selection.
País, obviously, not super normal. Cerasuolo, you might not have had one.
Yep.
Chiveni, you might not have had one.
And this field blend from Alto Adige, 20 varietal field blend, you have not had that. I will promise you that one.
Not this exact blend. So yeah, super interesting. A learning experience for everyone, including me. Very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, good wines.
I know. Now we just have to finish them.
Yeah.
Off camera.
I won't complain.
Off mic. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep, good times.
Well, if you do want to sign up for the wine club, and you are listening or watching, you can go to vinodivino.com and you will see Wine Club in our menu, smack dab on the top of the screen. And of course, every month there is always some extras, and we do sell them as individuals. So as of right now, I do not know if this will be the case by the time this releases. But it's always something for you to keep. We got like 12.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
More than that.
We have 12 available. So just keep in mind that in each subsequent month, there will always be some extras that you can buy individually for that month, which will tell you if you want to sign up before the next month launches to actually subscribe. So it's kind of a try it before you subscribe to it deal, which is great. But on that note, I think it's time to call it
and do admin.
Yes. Other work to be done.
Yes.
But so excited to have shared this with everyone. And if you are part of the wine club, I hope you're enjoying these as much as we are.
Have a great week, and we will see you next time.
We will see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.